How much time have I got? Okay. Yep, sweet. Just grab another drink. Bye. Good. You're good. Are you sure you can't get in? Really? Okay, hang on. Wait, Discord. Where is my Discord? I'm just gonna bring him down here. Okay, move. Hey, Steve-O, got you down here?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Pepper has disconnected and can't get back into the server, so therefore we cannot get
It's
the stream.
only it's only
Oh,
just while it's changing over the session. So I'm about to push continue, and then it'll go to the next session. You'll get into the quali.
okay. I'll just leave you here while this rolls over.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Where do we put him? I think that's this one. Yep, done.
G'day, good evening, and welcome viewers to the official coverage of ASR's its new AMS2 series. You probably just heard all that kerfuffle there over the mics. It's a little bit of a learning curve for all of us. This is the new MRX P4 Cup in AMS2 at ASRNZ. Yes, you did hear right, it is AMS2 at ASRNZ. This is round 2. I'm Davo, and again tonight I'm stoked to be joined by good friend and ASRNZ legend, JB. Welcome aboard, mate.
Jeez. Welcome, Davo. Thanks. What an introduction. It's good to be back here with you. I love it. Comfy seats. Yeah. But on the other side of the world here in Brazil.
Oh, mate, comfy
Warm.
seats. Yes,
Warm.
comfy seats, and totally new environment for us. Not only just track-wise, but this platform with AMS2.
Yeah. That's right, Davo. A new platform for the boys to get their head around. Looks fantastic on the screen. You can certainly see in the images there, and in the P4s tonight. For the series, isn't it? An 8-week series here, and like you mentioned, round 2. Open wheeler cockpit style cars, kind of like the
A bit of a like a radical.
the Radical.
Yep.
Yeah, so 6-speed transmissions. They don't weigh a lot, 770 kilos, so they're quite light.
Yep.
Hey, look, love these open wheeler style cars, Davo.
Yeah.
They are fun to drive.
Absolutely.
They really
Yeah, not a hell of a lot of grunt, but not a lot of weight either. It's a bit zero on the back, and not a lot of rubber on them. We've got the points up at the moment, actually, there. We've just after one round, we can see Aaron in 1, Brad in 2, Gleno in 3. Gleno had a shocker last week, getting tangled up in T1 shenanigans. But Matt and Steve-O equal fourth on 14 points. So it's on there. I've seen a little bit of chit-chat over the social media on the throughout the week. And Farmer not here tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, holding in at 6th. And Dave 07, Vaughan 8, Bobby Laycock 9th, Kenny in 10th. Mike and Ashley rounding out the last 2. The boys are in quali, so we might just flick over.
Yeah, and to remind the viewers of what's happening, so these guys, tonight's format, they've just come out of an hour's practice. They have a 10-minute quali session. So it's a quick lap, you know, they're in practice, they're going around about 1 minute 16 seconds. I think Glenn was top of that timetable there. Not far behind him was Dave 0, so yeah, keeping him honest there. But yep, so a 10-minute qualifying session, then they'll go into a 20-minute race.
Yep.
A short break. Davo, will they refresh themselves and ourselves too? And back again, rinse and repeat. They will do it again. So yeah, so good luck to these boys as they go into quali.
Yeah, very short, reasonably sort of short quali, but races are fairly short as well. So quali's like half the length of the race. It's sort of pretty well get a 30-minute race, but
yeah. And here in Brazil, Davo, just to keep these viewers informed with what they're about to watch, these times will roll in shortly, but we are in Brazil. It's balmy, 25 degrees here, 29 degree track temperature in the Brazilian circuit of the Autodrome. It's a tricky one to pronounce, but I do believe it's the Curitiba circuit here in Brazil. Look, we have 15 turns, 10 to the right, 5 to the left. It's very similar to their layout track that they just raced in round 1. So, yeah, plenty going on.
Yeah, very similar, and neither had I heard of. So, due to both myself and I think yourself, JB. But look, in the lead-up practice, we saw a few guys backing it into the fence on the just coming back out of the infield, like the little infield section, back out on the main track. So there's some sort of high-load G corners there, and T1, little tricky little chicane there. So there's a couple of corners to be watched, mate.
Yes, that was noted. It's hard to think after a big, big long straight like they've got there. As you come across that start finish and you head into like a chicane, it's pretty interesting, isn't it? As they barrels down into there.
Yeah, of course, and obviously always the first lap T1 shenanigans. It's sort of a little bit reminiscent of Monza, but maybe not quite as sketchy. But yeah, just as we watch Gleno come back out, he's got the quickest lap at the moment, 16.7. You don't have to look too closely at these cars. You see them if they get a little bit offline. As we just pick up on Dave 0, the rubber, you know, like the excess marbles and old rubber on the side of the road, it really does pick up on the tyres, as Dave, commentators curse in qualifying. Sorry, Dave 0, but yeah, Dave doing really good as well. I'm not sure who that was. But,
I think that was the green and white car, mate. Who was that? Brad, I think it was. Brad.
And there we go.
The number 40, he's still trying to find the track.
Absolutely. And as we just left that, picked up on Aaron Enright, who's in second at the moment, just big drift and well caught. So
Actually,
Very
2.8 off the
Mate,
leader.
he's on it. He's on it, but maybe not this lap. A little bit scary on that entry into that last one. But definitely got the mojo. A lot of pit entry testing here. If they want to go back out, they've clearly got to come back into the pits and get another set of tyres. It's only a little under 2 minutes to go. Can't see too much more going on. Dave Zero running across the line again. Sorry, David.
Yeah, I was just thinking there, Dave. I'm not sure, you know, with that much time left on the clock, that what he's doing is getting another set of tyres. I think more so this is a bit of smarts there from Aaron going, well, if I get a bit of damage in the race, and I'm going to come in and fix the car.
Yeah.
How do I approach a pit lane? And
a fair call.
These are things that will happen in the race, and you know, if you want to soldier on, we've got to remember Aaron is leading the championship at the moment, so really starting to think like a champion.
Yes.
Let's call him a champion. And actually, a shout out to Aaron. He won his first race here last week, round 1, and yeah, that was a standout drive from Aaron. I guess he did capitalise from a couple of mistakes here at the start, but he held himself right to the end, didn't make any mistakes. So yeah, good drive from him.
Oh, definitely. Any win's a good win. You know that, and yeah, top stuff from Aaron. I think a few of the boys stuck back to the pits. Got about 30 seconds to go. We'll pick up on Vaughan Martin's car.
The red number 2. Yeah, looks great.
It does look great, and it has looked very speedy. It's, mate, these things drift around in the pre-race practice. It hasn't really nailed a banker.
0.9 off the leader. He's running a little bit wide there as it comes onto that change of surface. He's looking for the shortest line to the checkered flag, and status quo doesn't improve. 1:17.6 Vaughan keeps him in P5. Devo.
Yeah, in P5.
Steve Melling actually the last car on track.
And as you probably heard earlier, we did have a quick chat with Stephen.
Yes, he did, and I must quote: "Turn 1 is I can't say it, but it starts with C and ends in T, and
and it's not what you think."
It's like a cat. Yeah, yes. It's tricky.
So, Stephen,
very important part of it.
Very important part of.
There you go. He's going to finish his lap here. He's going to make an improvement. 180.
Go, Stephen. Oh, well back.
No improvement.
So easy, JP, just to lose. They're so slippery, these things. They don't have a lot of rubber on them. And although there's a bit of aero on them, it's just so easy to get these things a little bit sketchy, mate, and can lose tenths, just by the barrel load, don't you, in one corner.
Yes, and that's the qualifying session over. And look, maybe those tyres, Davo, they don't just come up to temperature straight away, and they've got to maybe cycle them. We need to dig into a little bit more there from some of the drivers, maybe one of the interviews of how the tyre comes on, because we certainly know tyres wear out, but how fast do they come on is the other.
Well, that's right.
thing.
That's right.
Notice Dave Zero sporting the Italian flag. Go, Dave Zero.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
P3 and Aaron. P2 shares the front row with Glyn. So great spot for Aaron to be in there on the front row.
Absolutely.
Dave Zero, we know he had good pace in qualifying in the practice sessions. Actually went quicker in practice than he did in his qualifying.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like they'll be starting. Well, I don't know how much fuel these cars will be taking.
20 minutes, small car, light car. I don't think they'd be taking a lot of fuel. It's going to be on
Yes, these guys will be clicking the buttons and behind the scenes doing what they do. All those other little things, making sure they've got enough fuel to make it to the end. We don't know those numbers, Davo, but
No, we
they
don't.
do.
We don't. We're rookies. We are rookies to all this stuff. I don't think either JB or myself have turned a lap in these cars on AMS2. Although I have put a few hours up on the old AMS, but not in this particular car. Here we go. Boys are gritting up. We're actually going to get out of the front of, I think we are in Ford Martin's cars. We take off for round 2. The MRX P4 Cup down into the little chicane. Oh, nice clean start. Got a small field here tonight. Everybody very respectful.
Yeah, it's nice to see them get through that turn 1. Oh, as we
we just speak.
That's a hell of a scene there.
So that's Brad, Dave Zero, Aaron Enright.
Aaron Enright as well from the front row.
Unfortunate. There's nothing more you can say.
Hard to know, like
how things panned out.
But you seen it on at the vision you did. We can only look back later on and unpack that. But hey, look, we do know that Vaughan capitalised there, and he's slipped through into second.
Yeah.
Went away with an outstanding start there.
Absolutely, he dodged all that, didn't he?
Yeah, he had the whole shot that unfolded behind him.
Yeah.
Steve-O, we know he was
Yeah, mate. And look, and you saw it here first, viewers. You know, right there, we were right in amongst the action. So.
Yeah, looking at those 2 yellow cars at the back already, Davo recovering these 2.
Yeah.
They were up the front, so locked at horns at the back here, so they can only have a good race from here going forward.
Absolutely.
And hopefully catch the.
And unfortunately, Brad actually got tangled up in that little ballet there as well. So Brad's still recovering. Back on track a little bit earlier than the 2 yellow cars in the back, but we've got to get up the front here. Let's just run through this field here. JB, Gleno, he did take advantage of that. He really did just leave all that behind him in his mirrors, and he is well out in front already, and pulling a good sizable gap on Vaughan Martin, who's nearly 3 seconds behind. So at least 2.5. Steve Melling. Now we talked to Steve pre-race. We said he might be up for a podium tonight. Where is he right now? Third position. Kenny and Ford. Bobby Laycock. Nice work. Wayne White. Car in 5th. Brad. Unfortunate in 6th. Dave 07th. Aaron Enright in 8th. We've got to get back up to Vaughan Martin. Just watching him in pre-race practice, very nice. He's drifting that car around a lot. Very spectacular. Car looks great.
It does, Dave. I do like that red car of Vaughan's. It does look good. Can't help but think, once you settle in after those first couple of laps, heart rate comes down a bit, you just start to settle into your groove a little bit and, carry on and start hitting those apexes, get your eyes forward and, start just, you're not really trying to hit mega lap times at this point, you're just trying to find a flow again, aren't you? A bit of a rhythm where you are on the track, who you're racing. And these boys are kind of falling into these positions where they are at the moment. Bobby Laycock, he's got the pressure on him already. Look at this, Davo, into the final turn here. Brad making a nice inside pass there in the final turn. As they, come across the start finish there, so Brad's on the march again.
Nice work.
Very respectful driver.
Camboy's a little bit slow to pick up on that one, I think, but yeah, nice work from Brad. Obviously in recovery mode, you know, and just trying to get those positions back. He's on the march, and yeah, doing nicely. So up in front, it's Kenny Simpson, another yellow car with black accents on the on Kenny's car, number 43. A little bit of clean air there, so he's doing okay. The boys up in front though, I think Steve-O's still got the eyes on because he can see Vaughan Martin. He's not that too far away.
Interesting, Dave. I'm just noticing a couple of the lap times coming through. Lynn at the front on 1 minute 17.2, and a Vaughan on a 1 minute 17.8. However, fastest car on track is in P7, Dave Zero.
Oh, there you go.
At the back of the pack on a 1 minute 16.9.
Oh.
So that car is on the march, and you can already see it in the background. Which car we are following at the moment.
No, back to Dave Zero now, and.
But you know, he was locked horns there with Aaron there at that you know, early stages of the race, and they were quite close. And you can see they're already captain from Aaron, putting the pressure now on Bob. But look, is this a result of a little bit of damage that maybe Aaron may have picked up?
Well, I would have thought so. I mean, I know we saw a little bit of vision there where I think Dave actually.
It's
very close. Oh no! Both into the barrier.
I thought they were very close.
Oh,
Thought that it's
very difficult.
Sorry, Dave. Like it just seems like every time we have the cameras on you, something happens. As we're talking you up.
Yeah, Bobby Laycock. So these cars clearly getting a little damage. Oh God! Because I saw Dave actually redress Aaron after their turn one incident, and then he was quickly past him again. So I just wondered whether Aaron did have some damage, like you mentioned, JB. But
just looking at the car, and the car doesn't look too bad.
It looks okay, but it just
looks okay, but it doesn't seem to have the pace. I mean, like his lap times. We know he was on the front row, and his lap times are nowhere near. So
yeah.
So either a bit of red mist or what's going on there, but he's pushing on.
Well, what more could you do? And kudos to him too as well. Keep the head down. It's a long game.
It is.
Dave Zero and Bobby Laycock with two very busted cars. We see Bobby in amongst the top end drivers as Steve Melling just tries to get down the inside.
Who's that on Bob?
On Bob.
Bob's car splattered and higher
rubber and mud and whatever. Yeah.
Crap all over the front of that. It's going to need a bit of a clean at the end of that, Bob.
Yeah, so look, I'll clearly let Glenn Vaughan and Steve pass. We've got Kenny Simpson not too far behind with Bradley as well. In fifth, just getting up on the back of Brad's really definitely got the head down here. He's ranged up on Kenny really quickly there, JB. I can see a pass coming on very soon.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Mate, next corner or two, but what's
Yeah, look, he's just going to have to sit there and be patient, find the right moment, be smart about that. All of his smarts and know where he's quicker. But Kenny, you know, he's a battler, and Kenny will keep his head on the game, and as we see, like he's still holding his line again.
He's quick.
He's quick, and no doubt about that. Kenny knows where to place the car when he needs to.
Yeah.
Brad's going to have to do it the hard way, and we already see, you know.
Oh, Brad out.
Hard.
Brad pushing well out.
And and that's only a result of you know, probably Brad not being able to find the ultimate line that he's used to, and
Absolutely.
the car just being. Do these cars get upset like Euro, Davo? I don't know. You'd think so. Look at the size of those rear wings. I mean,
We're going to have to talk to the professionals, I think, after this race. So yeah, Bradley with a little, sort of reasonable off-track excursion there.
That's right. I'm just looking up the front. Quick lap there again by Dave Zero. He's still holding the fastest lap out in there.
Yeah.
But Glenn Jewett leading P1, a 7.7 second margin to P2 and Vaughan. So Vaughan holding it on that stunning red car, and Steve-O holding down P3. Not actually too far back, is he? Really?
He's on it.
In fact, like, I think that's going to be one to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I thought it would have got closer earlier in the race, but as the race winds down very quickly here too. How long have we got to go?
We've 14 minutes to go, so we're, 6 minutes into this this race. So there's still a bit of racing to go.
There's to go here.
A lot's happened already in those first 6 minutes,
hasn't it? Oh yeah, Steve's definitely got the eyes on. Small gains. Continues to range in more.
And look, Steve-O won't do anything silly here. He'll just make sure his presence is known to Vaughan, and Vaughan knew to ASRZ. Actually he's got a couple of championships now that he's run with ASRZ, running some really good gear too, actually. And actually a good sponsor for the ASRNZ awards night too that's coming up. So yeah, thank you Vaughan, you've stuck in there, and you've got one of the greatest racers, Steve Milling. He's going to keep you honest all the way to the end there.
Of course he is.
Yes, don't look back, Vaughan. Don't look back. Eyes forward.
Head down, eyes forward. That's exactly right. Now we'll just flick back to that next battle, which is Kenny Simpson. It's not actually Kenny Simpson. It continues to run in some clean air, but it's Bradley. Oh, it is Kenny, is it? No, hang on. Brad is coming up behind. Oh,
okay, Brad, lapping it.
That's
Bobby.
Bob Laycock. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Brad is pretty well running in clean air and on the march back up to the back of Kenny Simpson's car. He's already been up behind that car once already. A couple of laps ago, and just had maybe a little bit of an excursion out in the sand, and just dropped him back. As we see him there, I bet you he was checking his telemetry there. Gets a wheel on the grass on a straight section of the track.
And again.
Okay. And we've been just talking to the boys earlier about the lateral load on these cars. They actually corner very solidly, and a couple of the corners, are pretty well flat out. And if you don't quite get it right, you're backwards and you're off the track. We have not seen that tonight.
No, plenty of the guys making the mistakes, and in the quali we saw them going off in quali, and plenty in practice too. But hey, look, these cars there open to plenty of setup changes, and we do know that the cars, we look at the size of the wings on them, they can trim that wing to create a bit more downforce to help through some of the backed corners that will give them what they're going through there. But they will pay. They go in a straight line. They'll get to that big long straight, and then they will tougher top end speed. And we've seen them, some of the cars drafting down here too. So look, any of these, that'd be quite interesting to see. off Steve-O. Looks like almost margins similar, but
quite a back up on the back of all.
he's getting the draft. Here we go. This is a straight we're talking about. Steve-O, if he...
Yeah, this start pretty straight. It's good, healthy straight. Come down. It's a little tricky little chicane here, don't they?
Yeah. Switching on board with Steve-O, Davo to get a bit of an idea of how the switch through that section I think was talking about. Steve-O already having a look to show that his presence is still there. Vaughan actually, he's not giving up, is he?
Definitely not. We would think he would not look in the mirrors, but he can't help but look in the mirrors now because
He's close, isn't he?
there's melling all everywhere. Melling
He's
up.
got to hold it high, and he's looking for a bit of a cutback on the inside line. Unfortunately, it's not the fastest way out of the corner,
It's
is
not. It's not. We look a little. Oh, now Stephen's got the headlights on. It means business. He definitely means business now.
And this is hard for sometimes when you're that the car that is chasing, because you know when you're sticking with that car, you've got a bit of pace to stay with them. But it's just like any of the little errors that start slipping into yourself. You don't want to overdrive the car. Just look back a little bit.
Oh, and easily done. Easily done. And we saw. I think it was Bobby and Bradley earlier, just slightly touching, you know, because they were side by side, running through one of the sweepers. And, both of the cars off the track, so easily done. So, got to be so disciplined, particularly in this type of car, I suppose too.
Oh,
they don't.
I just want to shout out to back at Brad. Look back at Brad on Kenny. This is on here too. Just as close as the Vaughan Martin and Steve Melling battle.
Oh, we knew this was coming.
Brad, we were talking about him moving forward and showing the pace. And look, remember before he was right up on the back of Kenny, and Brad made it, and he made his own mistake, didn't he? And then he went off the track. Yeah. He's actually recouped all that ground, and he's made it back, and he's now again on the back of Kenny. So Brad actually with really good pace. Lap time suffering again now because he's running at Kenny's pace.
Yep.
But where do you look? There's the Vaughan and Steve Melling battle for second and third. Right behind them for fourth and fifth, the Brad and Kenny battle.
It is.
Dave Zero smashing the laps out.
Second, third, fourth, fifth. It's all happening. It's basically the podium that they're all chasing. So, Glenn's run away with it. Oh, Steve-O's getting agitated.
Oh, here we go. He's taking. Here we go. Just. Oh. But no, Vaughan is
giving him room still.
He's giving him room. He's really had to throw it in there. Is he going to hold the line for the next corner? He's going to have to do it the long way around here. But does he have the rights to the next left-hander? Yes, he does. Davo, look at this side-by-side stuff, Davo, but Vaughan placed his car perfectly. He knew the corners that were coming up, and Stevo very respectfully knows that as well. Good.
Brad past Kenny, we missed that.
We did. It was coming. We talked about that.
Oh, Kenny off.
Well,
so, okay.
Actually, well past.
Yep, no, Kenny's off, so Kenny might have made a mistake there. Oh, this is, as usual, right down to the wire, ASR and Z Racing. Bam, these guys, like, gets to the end of the race, and they just wrap it up.
6 minutes to go, Dave.
Yeah.
We know it's a minute, 16 for a lap. So
there's a few laps in it.
We've got 5 or 6 laps left. So we know it's a +1 once this timer runs out. They'll still do one more lap. Glenn will make mention to him. He, half 10 minutes ago, he had a 7-second lead. That is now extended out to a 14-second lead. So Glenn, and there's just another postcode.
Absolutely. He said we could drag him down any time and talk to him.
Wow.
Well,
the action's on here.
So we don't have time.
Yeah. Look. If he does it again in race 2, we'll have to distract him then, won't he?
But Steve-O, headlights ablaze on board Martin. Steve Melling really chasing that second position, wants it. He's not happy with just a podium tonight. JB, he wants second. He wants the second spot on the ladder.
Doesn't he just?
Look at Vaughan.
And he's chasing, and look, Vaughan trying to does he think he's vulnerable?
Does he?
He's really trying to
it's
move
work.
the car out of the draft from Steve-O, but
And it does work. You know, you got to chase that shit.
it does. But Steve-O will be having his race cap going on. Oh, come on, mate! You can only move a couple of times down that straight. You know, like that weaving stuff too.
Yeah. And
300.
it's distracting. And it's distracting to both.
But hey, look, as a spectator, you love the
we love it.
gamesmanship, don't you? It looks
We
great.
love it.
311 horsepower these little P4s have.
They're not much of a car. They're like a little mini LMP car.
For
so
a 2 litre.
speak. Oh, here we go.
Side by side. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the action's at, isn't it?
Look, mate, and given there's eight races in tonight, small field, yes, but how's this racing? It doesn't get any better than this. The boys pushing, Vaughan just pushing out, just responding to Stephen's pressure. I don't think that's going to be enough though. There's still nearly 4 minutes to go, or 3.5 minutes to go here. Jamie Otis gets a big wiggle into one. Well held. Allows Stephen to range right back up, mate.
Yeah, and just keep you informed that as this is unfolding, because it is hard to keep your eyes off that battle, Dave, and I think we need to stay on that with 3 minutes to go. But I will let the viewers know that Kenny and Dave Zero are now locked at the horns. Dave Zero.
That was Vaughan with a big slide. So Kenny and Zero at it.
Vaughan again sweeps around the outside.
Super fast. How's the grip he's got around the outside there, Jamie? Whoa.
And they're showing the confidence in the cars, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And then look, they get into other corners and they're wriggling and they're shaking like hell. But then some of the corners they look so hooked up. So.
And I'll tell you why Vaughan wants to stay where he is, because he's got 9 points and Steve-O's got 14 points in the championship. So really, there's only 5 points between them. So Vaughan is fighting for you.
These boys are playing the long game already. It's round 2, race 1.
And good on them.
Good fast stuff. We might just flick back as quickly. Dave Zero past Kenny. The Bastard. They look like sister cars, these two. Dave's looks just like it's been off the track.
Aaron,
we saw it go off.
Oh, just look at the front of Aaron's car.
Oh, here we go. Steve Melling past. Vaughan's past. Brad's past Vaughan. We wait for a second, viewers.
What's happened, Davo? What's happened? We do know.
My apologies, viewers. We just need to go down and have a look at these boys. Back to pack a little bit, but there you go. Melling past in second. Brad's actually got past Vaughan. Vaughan's had a mishap. We'll have to get him down and have a quick chat to him, I think, JB.
Yes, we will. I mean, a minute to go. We'll chat to Vaughan at the end of this race. And Brad, we saw him move forward, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, he had his head down right from the get-go after the little mishap in T1, didn't he, mate? He hasn't really made a mistake since. A little bit of an off-track excursion as he came up behind Kenny. But, really, rectified that pretty quickly, so... Wow, yeah. Let's go back to Gleno. Just Crazy.
16 and a half seconds lead on the field now. So Glenn's pulled out another couple of seconds.
Yeah, and
can't help but think as those that battle was happening with Steve-O and Vaughan, that that was only gifting Glenn more time up the road, and that's generally what happens as cars battle that other someone in fresh air with no battle.
Of course. So he comes across with 14 seconds to go, or whatever it is, 10 seconds. So he's got another lap plus another lap.
Okay, yes.
So we've got another couple of laps to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Dave Zero is making a pit stop.
Dave Zero making a pit stop.
Is that what I'm reading on the chat there? No.
He's still on track.
No.
Bradley on track.
Someone's in pit. Vaughan. Oh, sorry, Vaughan. It's Vaughan making a pit stop. We have Vaughan from P2 battling with Steve-O with how many laps to go? Vaughan rolling into the pit.
2 pits.
Look at the crew running out and doing the tyre changes. That looks spectacular.
It looks fantastic.
It looks like it's a splash and dash. The team has got the board
Flags
up already.
He's
just not going.
He's not.
There we go. He's off the line now, but this has just cost Vaughan.
Painful to watch.
And is this a result of maybe that extra lap that Glenn had to do?
Quite possibly.
And he maybe responds to this. We said we're going to get Vaughan down at he will be the first down here to tell us how this has gone from hero to zero.
Pretty well. It's like
the race is complete.
Now he's just pulled off. He's pulled off before the end of the race there. I just see Vaughan Martin.
Yes, notices that as well.
I just wonder whether he's got a severely damaged car that was not repaired in that said pit stop. So
whatever happened, Steve-O crosses the line at P2 as he swerves nicely. Brad, look at the gain that Brad's made to pull in that gap. Right,
Steve-O's stopping.
Yeah. Well, Dave, you've been in the thick of it. He crosses the line in P4.
Yeah.
Bit of tyre gum all over the front of his car.
Oh, that is a bad looking car. Steve-O's car.
Yeah, well, it's not as bad as the front of Aaron's car. Look at the state of that thing. That's bad.
Oh, look at it. That's had a tough race. Wow.
And it didn't. Start of the race.
And he's in 5th. That's how he goes.
He is, yeah. So Kenny Vaughan and Bob Laycock in 8th. So there we go, Davo.
Wow.
Let's just go and find that guy Vaughan.
Where is that guy? Just quickly drag that fella down here. We need to have a chat.
Yeah, we're working on that right now. And we've got Vaughan Martin in the comms box. Welcome, Vaughan.
Hey,
hey, look, that was an exciting race. We watched.
Yes.
All the action was at the front, wasn't it, Davo?
Ah, the control.
Out of control. Yeah, well, if you're holding yourself there, Steve-O was piling the pressure on, and then
we had a freaking microscope on you guys.
And we skipped away for a second, didn't we?
Oh, mate, it was seriously half a lap. And then we come back, and you're in the shit house. What happened?
I run out of petrol.
Oh, but how did Steve-O get past? Is this where it started?
I cooked it going into a corner. Just tyres were too far gone, and it couldn't save it. And so he got through, yeah.
Yes, and then we saw you take a trip to the pit lane, and that was for fuel, was it?
Yeah. So I put 36 litres in, just not quite there.
Was that because Glenn did an extra lap?
I don't know, because as soon as I got out of the pits, he crossed the finish line and then said race complete. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
Happy days, not.
But no, it was an epic race. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, mate, you were on it. So, yeah, it was good fun to watch, man.
When you watch the stream back, hey, Davo, it's gonna, you'll enjoy that. Plenty of airtime, mate, and it was fantastic the way you held off Steve-O.
I've never driven so defensively in my life.
Yeah, no, you did well, man. Well, good. We'll talk to you in another 20 minutes, half an hour or something, I hope.
All right, awesome, man.
Cool.
Yep.
Right, as we just move Vaughn out of the channel into the other channel, we will go straight to our third place getter, which is Brad
Oh, it was
Robinson.
Brad, actually, yes. Things did
Yeah,
change very quickly.
they did change very quickly, and actually it was Brad that he had a couple of off-track excursions there,
Oh,
but he carved
Brad.
his way. He carved his way back through the
He
field.
did.
Welcome to the comms box, Brad.
Hey guys.
Great drive there, mate. Tell us about your race.
Well, the start was just unfortunate. It was a bit of a setback there. I don't know who hit me or if I drifted across, but yeah, she was a bit of a struggle at the start. We got accelerated tyre wear on, so that started showing its head at the end of the race too. It was a bit of a grind, really.
You recovered well from said race, turn one incident, though, Brad, and actually come through the field pretty well. A little bit of a mishap as you come up behind Kenny there, but you recovered
Clawed
really
that
well,
back.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to get consistency tonight. I just can't. Yeah, I went okay though. A third's good.
Is it the track? Is it just a bit of a curly track?
I didn't practice last night. I spent last night on ACC, and I don't think I should have because
Mm.
I was starting to feel quite good in
Ah.
this car, and then I went to ACC and come back, and yeah, not so good.
Okay.
Well, hey, look, you grabbed the podium there, Brad. You're tracking well, and so look, nothing to sneeze about. Congratulations.
Definitely.
You put on a great show. We were watching, and we will be watching again. So yeah, all the best for the next race. Hopefully, you get through that turn one stuff better this time, and hope to see you again.
Qualify better, eh? Okay.
Yes.
Qualify better.
That's that's code for qualify better. That's right.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Too right.
Yeah, Brad. Congrats. And who do we have? We had
Big bad Steve Melling.
yes, it was Stephen Melling who kept us on our toes for most of that race, ducking and diving. Do we have comms on, Steve-O?
Yeah, you do, mate.
Oh, what a race, mate. That was fantastic to watch. The action was with you and Vaughan, that whole race. Talk us through.
Yeah, he made me work for it as far as I had to just try and do hot laps to try and get back onto his train. I wanted to slipstream and I dropped out behind it, and then it was just such a struggle just to get close.
Yep.
You there? Sorry, I got a strange thing in the background. But yeah. So once I got on the slipstream, it was then it was on. But trying to do it clean and safe, and I put a move on. He got me back. I think he did it again. So he was doing such a good job.
Yeah, we did see. We were wondering about the slipstream there, and we did see at one point Vaughan was really trying to, as he entered that straight near their back end of that race, he was starting to move the car over, whether he was trying to break the toe or whatever. But either way, you had the eyes on. You were looking hungry. You were doing everything right. He was covering his lines really well.
Yeah, good fun to watch, Stephen.
And unfortunate, he ran out of the fuel at the end. Made a mistake, but you were there to pick up the pieces, Mr. Consistent.
Good result.
Yes, no, it was rewarded in the end. Felt sorry for Vaughan because he'd done such a good job up to that point. Yeah, just to drop right back, but he'll come back race 2.
Oh, you know it. Yep.
Yes, that was awesome. Looking forward to more of that. Unfortunately for the guys at the beginning, what ended up happening, I don't know if you heard or not, was Dave picked up a penalty that he had to slow down on within a certain time period, and then he just chose, unfortunately, the wrong time to lift, and it just caught out the guy right behind him.
Oh, okay.
That's
there you go.
Wiping out.
That's unfortunate.
Right. That explains that.
There you go.
Anyway, we're going to fire them through. We know you're on a break and shortly, and that will diminish quickly. So, well done. Congratulations on your P2, Steve-O. All the best for the next one. Qualify well. We'll hope to see you here again.
Talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
See you, mate. Okay, quickly. Race winner.
We're getting there, Dave. It's pretty hard to move these guys around quickly.
Okay.
When they talk so much, but Glynno in a different postcode, wasn't he?
Look, I got lucky at the start, boys.
Yeah, no, well done, mate. Because you fucking didn't. Oh, excuse my language. You didn't last week, so you made up for, definitely made up for it this week.
Yeah, no, there was no bloody honorary bloody safety car going on this week, boys.
No.
I was out of there. I just and then I don't know if the boys have said too much, but the tyre wear on 2 times, and then
yes, we did.
Yes,
I had to manage fuel for the last 9 minutes. So I'll be making some adjustments, but I don't know if I can do anything about that tyre wear.
Yeah.
And hey, that's actually nice to hear because we did see at the start of the race the quickest lap actually belongs to Dave Zero there.
Yeah.
Who was a bit further down the pack, but look, you were still tracking on quickly, and we didn't actually see those lap times. Come to think of it, Davo, did we? Getting any quicker? So that explains that. But
no, I don't think you could do it. Like the boys are just talking, and I think you'll find that they're all in agreement that if the pack stays together this time, if we don't have any incidents, it's going to be a completely different race because I don't know how I would have gone if I had pressure on me. A, I would have suffered for fuel numbers, and B, mate, even with no one with me, I'm hanging on to this car at the back end because the tyres are shot.
Yeah, and look, we did make mention that your lead did extend out, but behind you was an amazing battle where Vaughan and Steve-O absorbed most of that camera time, and
nice.
as they were battling, it was just letting you run off into the distance. So Curitiba, the 3.7 kilometre track here at Brazil, treated you well for the win. Congratulations. We now know that the tyres are going to drop off, or it's going to spice up in the back half, isn't it, Davo?
Yeah.
Well, it always spices up in the back half, but
another thing too. Ask Dave Zero.
Fuel. Yeah, well, we
ask Dave Zero to say Curitiba, mate. It's bloody amazing how he says it. He says it properly.
Yeah, okay. We should get him down later tonight.
Yeah, but the problem is every time we talk about Dave Zero, look at Dave Zero, he spins off the track.
He does. We'll definitely leave it till after the race.
Love your work, boys. We appreciate you.
Congrats and go well on the next one.
Yeah. Good
Cheers, mate. We'll give it a go.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
So there you go, JB. We need a little bit of a break. I think we've only got about 5 minutes left. So look, stay tuned, everybody. All viewers here joining us on Twitch tonight, or anybody that's watching us later on. We are going to intermission. We'll be back. ASRNZ's AMS2 series, the MRX P4 Cup. This is round 2 on Davo. I'm joined again by my side with JB. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, Davo. Welcome back.
Awesome.
I hope we all enjoyed our intermission.
Yes. There was drinks and sweets and stuff. It was
Plenty
okay.
Plenty to debrief after that show, wasn't it?
Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. I think we were in, are we in qualifying? I think we might be in qualifying.
We certainly are in
So, yes, I don't know, the buffet. Were you talking about the debrief about the buffet or race 1? I don't know.
Well, the race 1, the buffet. Was there a buffet before or after race 1? I don't know, but there's lots of food for thought, isn't it?
That's right.
What we do know is after talking to all those, what we do know is after those that post-race interviews there, we did gather a bit of information there. 2 times tyre wear. The guys were suffering big time.
And we thought so, didn't we? It just looked like they weren't right towards the end of the race. And
Gleno actually saying, look, I might have had a big lead, but had I been contested a bit more, that tyre might have, as it fell off, might have played into the hands of anyone that
absolutely
kind of ran with them. So yeah.
And he also actually mentioned, if you remember, JB, he talked about his conserving fuel towards the end of the race. And now we know, I think it was Aaron. Was it Aaron? No. Vaughan.
Yes.
Said he ran low on fuel and hence pitted. So
that won't happen this time round, though, Davo.
You know that.
They do learn from their mistakes. Generally, when that happens, they will plug a bit more fuel in. So
of course.
But what I am hearing though is these guys are still running it right to the limit.
Yep.
Basically,
yep.
And this is what sim races or any races does, don't they?
Yeah.
They push it right to their limits. So they get
testing the limits, checking where the line is, where is that line, and Vaughan clearly found it that time in race 1.
And look at that time from Vaughan at 1:16.9. These were the times that Dave Zero were doing at the beginning of the race. 1:16.9.
Yeah, well that's right. It was Dave Zero actually doing 16.9s, wasn't he?
Yeah. So Vaughan, Martin, P1 at the moment, 1:16.9. Look at that, Glyn at 1:16.6. So this track in the early stages, as they come out with this fresh rubber, they are well onto it. They know their lines now for sure. They're just in 20 minutes racing. Now they've got gripped up tyres and they're throwing everything at it. They're probably turned up and gone, wow, check out the grip.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see Vaughan up there actually. It's quick one. Dave Zero, we knew he was quick. Can't help but think Brad's going to pop up as well. Does he show good pace?
Would have thought so. Aaron Enright also, and
actually Aaron, he did share the front row.
Yeah. So Steve Billing may not shine too high in quali, but watch him in race. Same for Kenny, maybe Bobby as well. So just watch this all unfold. Like we did talk to, I think if you remember the interview with, I think it was Gleno, and just said how much of a different race it could have been if some of the field was a little bit more bunched, and how just the dynamics of the race sort of would have unfolded. He's talking about tyres and fuel, but at our end, team JB is what it is to watch. When these guys are close and they stay close because they are close, it makes for some really good racing.
That's right, and it's hard to see when you're watching it from the trackside cameras or cockpit chase, whatever. That they're going 1 second quicker or slower. However, you're right. When they are enticed in the battle, isn't it great to watch? Actually, seen
fantastic.
The cars, just watching the cars. Actually, they're sliding around, so they're really throwing the cars into the corners at the moment, aren't they? Through the
Yeah, super committed in some of these corners, and I suppose it's that trust. You got to trust the aero, you trust the car. Obviously they seem really twitchy in some corners, like we noticed in race 1, but some of the corners they really load up on the outside nicely and seem to have like limitless grip. So yeah, it's just all about trusting it, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, well, and that's right. As that 20-minute race wound down and their tyres were wearing out, they were used to how they threw in the corner where their grip threshold is. Now, with this fresh set, lower fuel load, they're throwing the corner in, it's gripping. And in some ways, it's probably going to be hard for them to adjust a little, because the car's going to grip unnaturally, or from what they've been used to, after that tyre had been worn out for so long, after that 20-minute stint. So they're going to turn up in this quality session and they're going to have, instant ultimate grip.
Yeah.
Go, and probably have to counteract that in their steering straight away and adjust that. So I think that their quickest times over the first lap, they'll probably have to find their time, and then probably the third lap. So probably more to come. Dave 0, P3 at 117 flat. He's got a little bit more on the attack. Aaron and P4. Yeah.
Yes, Aaron and P4. Bradley, I think just coming across the line there, still in a P5. Stephen in 6, Kenny in 7th at the moment, Bobby Laycock 8th, and that pretty well rounds it out. We've only got a little under 2 minutes to go. A couple of guys in the pits. Dave's already in the pits now, and Bradley also in the pits. So Gleno's still out, and Vaughan's still out. I think Vaughan, obviously, man, he had that. He sort of had that lockdown last race, and tough gig for Vaughan there. So I'm sure he wants to make amends.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's what you want to do. You learn from your first race, don't you? And then,
of course.
And in some ways, these sprint races are great for that. You get, if it all goes tits up, Davo, you've got that second race that'll kind of throw your chips at you. You go, oh, look, I'll change a little bit of that, or
have another crack.
I'll have another crack. I'll try and qualify a little bit better. I'll put more fuel in. Yeah,
that's always a good thing too. Especially if you've run out.
Yeah, and they'll certainly be more aware of the turn 1 kind of stuff. We did mention that certainly going to get a couple of them unstuck. Whack a chicane there, like you mentioned about Monza, has that chicane at the beginning of the lap. It's always a tricky one when the field's bunched. And Steve-O, look at watching Steve-O like bin it on that final turn.
I think that's Vaughan.
Yeah, that's
Vaughan. Was hanging on the wall there too, just waiting for all that to happen. He had a great view of that. So, at the end of the qualifying session for the boys, Kenny, one of the last cars out on track. I think also Dave 0 out on track. Looks like he's already been in the dirt already. So he's in the top 3. Kenny's already out in the weed. So Dave, can he make anything happen?
Of course he can. Dave, I've just got to sort something out. I just got to
you go. Day 0, Dave. Oh, great. Nice line. Second last corner comes nicely sideways into the entry of the final corner. Full commitment. Keeps it clean. Down across the line. Oh, and betters his time by about 1/10 of a second. Well done. Dave, nice work. So there we go. Gleno with the 16.6, Vaughan 16.9, 16.9 also for Dave Zero, Aaron with his 17.5, 17.8 for Bradley, Steve Melling 18.0, oh so close Stephen to the 17s, and also Kenny with a 18.1 and a 20.3 for Bobby Laycock. Come on Bobby, up your game. We're just going to wait for the session to tick over, but yeah, awesome times there. You can see some of the differences in the split times there.
Looks like there has been a little bit of a technical issue at the moment, Davo.
Oh, okay. Let's just take maybe just a little bit of a break and we'll see what's going on.
Back. And then he said, the best we can do is do a 5-minute re-quali, and then go into the session again. I said, for him, bro, with the numbers, you've got to do it. So they're going to just restart the session with a 5-minute re-qualification.
My game just crashed.
though. Hey, what's life without a challenge, Davo? Weaving our way through it with our 2-litre displacement, 311 horsepower, P4 single seaters. That's the way you get around the track, isn't it? Oh, it's brilliant. Let's
Are
go
we
to,
live? We are
yeah.
in qualifying. Everybody, there's only a couple of minutes to go, I think, isn't there?
There is, Davo, and there's one car in particular I'd love to get on board with. It's getting cockpit with this guy. It's Dave Zero.
Have they only got 2 minutes in qualifying? They're going to do one lap, aren't they?
Yeah, and let's get it first. Let's get it firsthand from Dave Zero, mate.
Look at this. Look how they slide to the end.
Okay, Dave Zero. Okay, Dave, do you want to talk us through one of your hot laps as you start your lap?
No, Dave Zero. Super fast from all these drivers. Gleno, no doubt, looking for that #1 spot. I tell you who else is looking for the #1 spot. It would be Vaughan Martin. Oh, these guys have already pulled their laps.
They have. Look at the heavy cloud. I've just noticed it.
Yeah, it's darker, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit darker. Is it just my screen?
No, it's definitely got a little overcast, I think, here in, where did you say it was?
Curitiba.
And where is Curitiba?
In the Brazilian circuit of the Autodrome. It's a 3.7 kilometer track here in Brazil. It's, short little track.
Yes.
But home of Brazilian stock cars. They do a bit of truck racing here too, Davo.
On this track?
Absolutely.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow. That would be impressive to watch. But what is impressive is the racing that we've already witnessed actually tonight in race 1. JB and as we just see Vaughan, I think that's pretty well the end of quali anyway. I think the pit crew might have a little bit to fix on the thing. But some nice, really solid racing towards the end of the race. A little bit of a faux pas in the early part of the race, but look, anything could happen this one, I think.
Yes, absolutely, Davo. We know that the lap times. Oh, look, they've dipped into the 116s again. I think they went a bit quicker in that other first.
Zero was doing. Dave was doing. 16.9s in race.
Yes, and I know Glenn did a 16.6, I think, in that last quali. So maybe I would have thought the cloud would have given him a little bit more grip with the overcast conditions, but hey, look.
Here we are.
We do know that Glyn has put it on P1 again. Dave Zero on the front row this time. Aaron back up there again on the second row.
Of course he is.
Better luck this time. Wishing you the best. Aaron Brad. Look, he was a mover and shaker, wasn't he, in that second one? Vaughan Farr, he was contesting. Wasn't that a battle, wasn't it, with Steve?
Vaughan, awesome effort. And Bradley, to come right back through the field, even with a little bit of a wriggle sort of on his fight back, but right back up the pointy end, mate. So,
yes, right back the pointy end. And, yeah, here we go again, Davo. These guys, they will reset, reload, more fuel this time, and I think they're going to go green.
Oh, yes, any moment soon. Who do we watch? We were in car, I think, from Vaughan Martin. Starter race 1. We might just stay on the outside cameras this time. Still shoot back to the second row. We'll watch from Aaron's car.
Yeah, we see the boys. Glyn's pit crew is readied himself up. Steve Milling, the last to come to the grid, making the last minute changes. I think as he goes to the grid, the lights will go green. So, whew. Time is counting down, Davo.
Time is now counting down. Only minutes, seconds, should I say, to go.
Medium cloud this time round. Right conditions.
Here we go. 2, 1. And we're green. Race 2, round 2. Oh, nice tidy start here.
Light behind that time off the grid. Let's hope they
Into 1.
A little bit wide enough. Have to.
A little bit of bloody elbows.
Look at that. Dave Zero's going with Glyn this time. Great to see.
And up beside Glenn, actually forcing the issue here.
And he has the rights to this corner here. So this is a good
aggressive move right early in the race into what's that, turn 3.
Yes, Glenn's on the outside here. He knows he's going to have maybe a right to their inside, but how he deals with the
we got
a little bit of a touch. Lucky that car of Dave Zero's didn't spin there.
Yeah, very lucky. A few of the boys actually just yielding there, just pulling up. So out of the cockpit of actually, Steve Melling, as we see Vaughan Martin exit the circuit. Big tank slapper into the wall. That car will be damaged badly.
And I can't help but wonder why Aaron's back in P7 as well and missed something there. He had he was up on that second row, Davo, and he's gone again to the back of the field.
That's tough.
So again, something's happened in that first lap.
Oh, exciting start! Like this is literally the first lap, viewers. Although I'm just looking at Aaron right up on the back of Bobby Laycock, but the pack at the top is close. It's way closer. We've got Dave Zero, Glenn Dewar, side by side again, same corners.
Glenn, getting the job done here. Dave thinking, right. It's a long race.
It is a long race.
We've got tyre wear here, and hey, look, if this stays the way it is here, how these guys manage their tyres at the back end is going to be great, because look, they're going to use them up if they keep racing this aggressively.
Of course they are. And look, I've got to interrupt because we've got to get back to Brad and Stephen and Kenny battle, which ensues just right behind that. So it's, again, viewers, it's hard to know what to watch. Dave Zero up the inside of Gleno into 1. Several lead changes in the last few laps already.
Now we know this car, the yellow 43 of Dave Zero, no slouch. He was setting the fastest laps of the race, albeit he was back in the pack, and deservedly he's up the front where he should be this time round. So it's nice to see that Glenn's going to have his hands full, hopefully to the end here. So
for sure. And look, clearly, look, we've watched Dave Zero over the last couple of seasons. I think GT3 and maybe GT4 as well. But Dave, obviously, this is his niche. This is where he's comfortable in this type of car, and oh God, done his time showing us he's up the inside of Gleno again.
And look at the setup of that car, how it just hugs that, and he still gets a good run.
Yeah.
So look, I am nervous, Davo, when we give Dave Zero this much airtime.
Okay, I'll switch back. Well, let's go back. We'll go back to Steve.
It's hard to switch back when he's making a pass for the lead.
And they do it. They're side by side, and they're bumping guards. And tiny, and still made it happen. Awkward, but made it happen. Steve Melling in fourth position. Has he got past?
Yeah, they was line of stern there. Last time Aaron's made a bit of moves to give a break. Bobby Laycock is just dropped back a bit.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling for pace tonight on this track.
But it's rocking the new livery too, so that's nice to see.
Nice to see. Vaughan, look, unfortunate. Made the mistakes early this race rather than later. But look, we know with his pace he can come back. Let's get back up the Prody end with Gleno up the front. Viewers.
Dave Zero with a 1:17.2 versus Glenn with a 1:17.3. So Dave Zero a good 1/10 quicker at present. But look at them in the draft. I can't help but think Brad, with his pace that he was showing, if these guys keep battling, Brad's going to buy into this game, and
it won't be too far away either.
No, it won't be too far away.
Maybe a lap or two.
So yeah, if Dave keeps that.
Let's just get out of the front of Brad's car actually and see what he's looking at. See, look, that's a big carrot there. He's not that far behind those boys.
No, absolutely, and as a driver watching two cars battle in front of you, you can't help but think, yes.
You're always pushed into that little bit more.
and you do. You see the little gains, and you see the cars in front swerving and defending and making their little own mistakes while you're ever so slightly creeping up. So,
yes, absolutely. As we drop back to Stephen Melling, actually, and he's probably, calculating all that himself, looking at the back of Brad's car. Kenny and Aaron Enright now getting extremely close.
Yes.
Aaron showing the nose. Oh, he's making the move.
Confident under the brakes. Aaron's confident he knows where to place that car there.
Yeah, very tiny move too. Actually, took the the car didn't look agitated at all under brakes. So yeah, very nice line in.
And also Kenny respectful of that, aware that he knew that was happening, and Kenny hasn't actually lost really that much time to the move. He's just kind of just like let it go, slid back in, and look where he is. He's straight on Enright's bumper.
Yeah, and he will chase that. Clearly keep the pressure on, and wait for that mistake from Enright, and hopefully take that pursuit. It looked like sister cars. Two similar paint jobs.
They do.
Vaughan chasing back that time, and just he can see those two cars actually. Just mind you, he's not that far behind those two boys. So
Yeah, and again, he'll be looking for that, that elusive carrot, thinking, oh, yep, they're going to be battling. And
absolutely. And Steve Melling, which is in 4th position, is only just in front of those 2 guys. So that's, you know, he can see those 3 cars, and that's that there's still 16 and a half minutes left in this race, so that's doable. So go Vaughan, we'll pop back up in front, check out what Gleno's doing. Gleno trying ever so hard to make a gap on Dave Zero. Dave Zero.
He's not busting though, is he? He's keeping in. And I can't help but think Dave's car looks very smooth. I see Glenn's car just a little bit looser.
A bit twitchy, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit twitchy, which is, hey, you know, Glenn did talk about his tyres being really shot near the end, and and he would have to manage that had he had a bit of a contest on his hands. So yeah, this has been nice, and hopefully this does ramp up at the back end. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And well, just looking at the field now, it is a lot closer. This is Vaughan Martin now coming across into T1 as well. So there's a lot less gap in the field at the moment. So even the slightest mistake from even one of the guys right at the pointy end here, you know, could send them well back in the field at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. The last lap round, 1 minute 17.5 to Brad, but the boys just ahead of him. You know, got 3/10 to half seconds still quicker. And you can, you know, we did see Brad ranging up on that a bit.
Yep.
But it's still just not quite there.
No.
So those guys at the front, that tells me they're pushing. They're pushing. Glenn's pushing. Dave's pushing.
Oh, for sure.
Brad's pushing.
Yeah.
But look, they've already opened up a 9-second
gap on the rest of it.
Gap on the rest. So.
Yeah, but Dave and Glenn are like literally pushing each other's times at the moment. Dave and Brad's just trying to keep up with that, isn't he? You know, like, and which is literally pushing himself. You know, like so. And then there's that backpack. Look, there you go. It's basically the rest. Let's say Steve Melling in clean air, right, the meat in the sandwich in 4th position. He's probably in the best position out of all of them because he can just drive his own race as long as these boys don't catch up to him. Because right behind is Aaron Enright, Kenny Simpson, and Vaughan Martin now right on the tailpipe of Kenny Simpson. So it is on, JB. Oh, and Vaughan poking it up the inside straight away. Does Kenny yield?
Great seeing the cars side by side, isn't it, Davo?
Oh, fantastic. And they do a lot of it, don't they?
Do you want to jump on board with Vaughan there and just...
Absolutely.
Let this unfold and just got to step away for a quick sec there, Davo.
Yeah. So on board with Vaughan Martin. Behind Kenny Simpson, side by side again. Let's start finish straight. Kenny with the run, to the inside line. Tricky little chicane for T1. Kenny yield. Say Vaughan making the move from way back actually out of the final turn, putting the car in the right position. It was a drag race all the way down, start from straight. They get onto the infield here. Nice flowy piece of track here. Vaughan very sideways out wide. Does Kenny take advantage of it? Right up behind him. His left as they swing left and then right back onto the main circuit. Very quick corner here. We've seen a few of the boys Get a little bit of oppo lock and back it into the wall there. Easily done. Big long right hander here and back on the start finish straight. Great laps from both of the boys there. Go trackside again. Get back up onto Dave Zero, who's actually just started to range up onto the back of Gleno. Again, these guys pushing hard. Zero, still smooth as silk, keeping the pressure on, not forcing too much, not getting the car up the side, but still ever present in the mirrors of Gleno. Glenn Dewar just pushing
he's not letting him go, is he, Davo?
He's not letting him go. So good, hard fought battle for the lead here. Gleno out wide into the final turn. Easy to get it hooked up on the outside on the grass there and put it in the wall. This guy's got to be very disciplined.
Look at this, Dave closer than I've seen, actually. And they've stretched that margin for Brad, haven't they? And Dave.
They have.
Dave looking hungry. Oh, you know, for the show that these boys are putting on, man, I hope Glenn's ripping his rubber off those tyres so that that Dave's going to have a good chance. Yeah, they're going to have a crack. I'd love to see that. I think Glenn's super competitive peddler, and look at that. You can already see pushing him.
He's got it round.
He looped it. Oh, mistake. We saw him just run a little bit of curve there.
Brad's going to come past.
He just ran onto the grass, picked up that grass, he carried it on, but the tyre just let go. Ultimately.
That Brad round.
Brad's gone round.
Where's Steve Melling? Steve Melling puts himself in third again.
And now Aaron's got the carrot for the podium. What just happened, Davo? I stepped away briefly and walked back, and it was all on.
It was on. Wow. Just wow. How things can change. Dave Zero. Let's recap. Dave Zero now in P1. And with a pretty healthy lead, mind you.
Yeah, nearly a 7-second lead. This is what Glenn did to the field.
Wow.
In race run.
Glenn Dewar, second position after the slightest mistake.
Overstepping the mark, maybe.
Steve Melling picking up the crumbs again.
Yes. Yes.
No doubt about him. Aaron Enright, hungry in fourth. Bradley, he will be kicking himself for that little. He had that, and
we missed it, mate.
And now we just see Vaughan actually just slip past Bradley. These guys at this end of the race, we only got about 8 or so minutes to go. I'm sure they're feeling the tyre wear by now. Bradley with Vaughan just past him. And we got Kenny in 7th. Kenny, you're way up there. And Bobby Laycock rounding out the field. Wow, my God. We're going to go back up the front. Just have a look where Dave Zero's checked that gap. It is a good, healthy 7 seconds. You are right, Davey.
Yeah, and look at the time. And the time drop off's massive now. Like I didn't really pick up on it in the first race, but they're lapping in the 118s now. When they were down in that probably the mid 16. What was it? The
17s.
high 116s. It was the 116.9s. I think someone dipped into the 16.6 or something, somewhere around there. So they're lapping a good 1.5 seconds slower, easily now at that 3/4 stage. Into the race.
Yeah, well, it's two-thirds of the way through the race, pretty well, at 7 minutes to go. And they already talked about the tyre wear, didn't they, in the post-race interviews, race 1, so...
Yeah.
Glenn probably doesn't have the tyre to chase Zero.
No.
Zero probably doesn't have the tyre to go any harder anyway. Because he chased Gleno the whole time, didn't he? So.
Yeah, he does, and I mean, I can't help but think Aaron's the one with the carrot here for the podium. I mean, I know they're shagged on tyres, but in pressure land, Dave Zero's got this pretty much showing up, because like you said, the Glenn can't push in. He can't
They won't have the rubber.
Yeah, doesn't have the rubber, and Dave just needs to manage it. So those guys are just managing. However, Steve and Aaron are using every piece of rubber, and more.
And some. So we'll get out in front of Aaron's car, actually, because he's the one with the Steve Melling carrot in front of him, and he can see that podium right there. It's like 10 car lengths in front of him.
Yeah, and this is a little bit of redemption too, because he's had it tough, hasn't he, Aaron? He's been on the front row for race 1 and went to the back.
Yeah, tough round.
He again was just off the front row from his quali time there, and he picked up the second row, and again went back. We missed what happened there at the start, but again, Steve-O and Aaron very consistent at this stage in the championship, where they might not kind of be doing the quickest times, but what they are doing is they're racing right. Their racecraft is solid.
Yeah, definitely. And Steve-O not letting go. I just noticed in the T1 here, last lap, Aaron showed the nose, and he definitely wasn't in a position to do it that time. So Stephen just going, you can stay where you are. I'm going for another third position. So
yeah, that's right. And Steve-O's not going to make a mistake. We know that.
So Dave Zero still, what's he got? He's dropped a couple of seconds, maybe a second on his lead there. Hardly worth a mention with 4.5 minutes to go. Gleno in second, Steve Melling. This is probably the battle to watch here with Aaron Enright in fourth, chasing him down. Bradley will have his head down, looking towards that battle in front of him. Kenny in sixth, Vaughan Butt in seventh, and Bobby Laycock rounding it out in eighth. Back to the Steve Melling, Aaron Enright battle. John.
Yes, that's right, David. That's where the action is at. We do love seeing it challenge for that back end of the podium, especially at the back end of the races. It is on, and we do know after Glenn that rubber is an issue. It is nice to see Bob Laycock actually looking at Vaughan there last lap round as well, just picking up on the time sheet there. Albeit quite a bit off the lead. But certainly lapping quicker than Vaughan. So nice lap, Bob. That's awesome. Yeah, so, bit of a gap opening there, isn't it, between Steve-O and Aaron?
Yeah, definitely. So Dave Zero again, still good healthy 6 seconds to Glenn, just getting onto the start-finish straight now. Steve Melling in third, Aaron Enright in fourth. These guys are all running in pretty well clean air now. Not too much going on. Vaughan Martin in seventh, and Bobby just mentioned, JB just mentioned cutting some good tight lap times. Still finding his feet in this car, but we only have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, viewers.
Doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, in Raceland, to the leader, Dave Zero, he's going shit.
Anything
So
can happen.
that's another 2 laps plus 1 lap, so that's actually 3 laps.
Yeah.
For you know what we'll be going through Dave's head.
And he's probably begging his comms team not to put the camera on him.
Don't look at me.
Okay, so we'll click back to Gleno.
Yeah, I can't help but think that when we do speak to him, we won't understand a word he's saying. So, he's putting on a good show for us, and it's well deserved too.
Absolutely, Gleno in second. Just, look, I'd like to say a faultless race, but it wasn't. Tough gig again, but I know Glendura is enjoying himself. He will have a big smile on his face. He loves driving these things. So, healthy stuff, good racing. Steve Melling, third. Now, this guy will be hoping for the end of this race, I think, more than Dave Zero. Because he's got Aaron Enright in his mirror still. And if he gets this, it's 2 podium positions tonight for Steve Melling. So he will be one happy camper.
That's right. I'm just casting my eyes back on the championship table there, and Glenn was only a couple of points behind Aaron, the championship leader, going into this. And we know Aaron suffered in their first race, and Glenn won it by landslide. So there's a net gain there to Glenn, and positioning himself where he is at the moment. Glenn's looking on target to actually take this championship lead, regardless of his finishing position at this
stage. Yeah. So here we go. 10 seconds to go. Dave Zero's already across the line so he'll do this lap and one more lap. So it's time plus 1 lap. So it made it across the line. I thought that stopped short last race, but anyway, we'll keep an eye on this.
I have to agree there, Dave. I thought it was going to go one more too, and the Vaughan Martin pit stop thing, and it all just kind of stopped, didn't it?
It caught up on us a little bit. Gleno in second still. Steve Melling keeping his head down. As the arrows pointed forwards on the front of his car. Aaron Enright's not giving up though.
No, in fact that gap is really close, isn't it?
It is very close.
I thought that gap was a lot bigger, but actually it is evaporated now.
So out of the front of Aaron's car, you can see how bloody close that is. It's right on. They are on it.
And that's been an up and down night for Aaron, isn't it? As we see Dave Zero take the checkers.
Dave Zero takes the checkers.
Well,
Gleno in second, flashing the headlights. Steve Melling, Aaron Enright.
That's going to be bam, nothing between them. You're right there.
Yeah, nice work from those boys.
Brad, I expected more from you there, Brad. You showed good pace. I know what happened. You threw it away when Glenn threw it away too. So you had a podium there. And Vaughan,
Vaughan. Oh, mate, tough
up your game, Vaughan.
Up your game, Vaughan. He's had a tough night. Kenny.
Off track.
Kenny just doing a little bit of drifting to finish things off. And we're waiting Bobby Laycock to round out the field.
I like that blue.
Bobby's car looks awesome and not too far behind these boys. So
and look how clean it looks too.
Oh yeah, look tidy and clean.
Yeah, the cleanest of the lot.
The whole field. So, well done. There you go. Dave, what have we got there? Dave Zero, number 1.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Let's
Dave
roll
Zero.
through
it. Dave Zero, what did he do? He won the race. Glenn P2, Steve-O P3, Aaron P4, Brad P5, Vaughan P6, Kenny P7, and Bobby Laycock.
Awesome stuff. Okay, let's go to driver interviews.
What do we have here? We have Steve-O in P3. just moved him down into the streaming channel where all the action's at. Steve, you had the pressure from Aaron at the end there. He made a bit of a gap, but yeah, congratulations, another podium.
Yeah, I got a bit lucky. I think was it Brad that went off a little bit earlier.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, Aaron. Oh, I thought he was going to get me, and I just hit my doubter, and I don't know if it was enough. The tyre wear was extreme because I stuck the tyre wear up. I turned it up a notch, and
I think they noticed.
They all noticed. So yeah, the tyres, man. My last lap, I almost threw it away. It was sketchy. But yeah, it was the same for everyone. So I think Aaron's tyres went off a couple of laps before mine at the end.
That's okay.
Otherwise, yeah, it was good. Enjoyed it.
Well, the camera guys didn't pick up on the last lap thing, so it never happened.
Oh, good. No, never happened.
But yeah, awesome. 2 bloody podiums in a night. You must be tough, bro.
Yeah, no, that was cool. I enjoyed that. Just the battles more than anything, just the pressure. Having forced to hit deltas, where instead of stuck in no man's land, it's like, man, you need to hit your laps each lap and feel the tires and the car, go away from you and try and bring it back by changing your style a little bit, and braking a bit straighter, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, cool to bring it home.
Yeah, rise to it, mate. Rise to it. Good stuff, Stephen. Awesome work.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, congratulations, Steve. You were P5 in the championship. You've netted 2 great results, so that's going to slide you right up there with Glenn and Aaron. So yeah, in the top 3. So yeah, congrats, mate, and all the best for the next round. We'll be watching. You put on a great show tonight. Love your work as always, Mr. Consistent. There you go, Steve Melling.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate your work as well.
Cheers, Steve.
Yes,
so there we go, Steve, Mr. Consistent. Oh God, it's so good to see him get a couple of podiums tonight, actually, John. So yeah, really stoked for Steve-O.
Yeah, and that's right. And it was a great battle up the front there between Dave and Glenn, and we just drag that fella down here into the Convox. Welcome to the Convox, Glenn.
Mate,
you threw it away there. It was a battle and a half, and a little bit of a mistake. We saw you run the curb and then grab a bit of grass, and I don't know, the tyres just didn't hang on as you came back on.
It's just off camber out there. I got caught trying to go around the outside there with Dave at the start, and it just runs out of camber. And obviously the right-hand side's preferred, but I run a little bit wide and stayed in the throttle. But kudos to Dave, mate. He just drove brilliantly in that second one, and I brought the gap back a little bit, but I couldn't bring enough back.
Mate, he didn't let you go when you were leading.
No.
He was all over you, mate. So
he's phenomenal under brakes. He's amazing on the middle pedal. So props to him, mate. He had it hooked up in there. So I enjoyed it though, man. That was so much fun.
Well, you called it in a post-race interview from race 1. You said, there's a little bit of a gift there in that first one, but if someone went with you and with a tyre dig, you'd potentially have a race on your hands, and certainly that was the case. You could see Dave's car was certainly tighter, narrower through the corner, had good mid-corner grip. You were a little bit looser. However, man, it put on a great show, and the times were
absolutely
neck and neck.
Yeah. No, it was good fun, mate. Looking forward to watching the stream because that was really, really enjoyable chat. I don't know if you managed to get Dave to say Curitiba.
Yeah, no, not yet. But he's coming up next.
Yeah, but he's he's a class act in these things, and like all the guys are just so close. I don't know if you saw before that unfortunate reset we had to redo quali there. Vaughan had put it on the front row, with a brilliant time of 16.9. That session before. So no, it was really, really awesome. Appreciate you guys, and especially yourself, John, jumping in and helping the famous Dave-O out at last minute. That's so cool, bro. Thank you.
Mate, this is part of the show, and it's all about ASRNZ. Congratulations on your P2 there, Glenn. We will see you next week. Based on what I'm seeing in the championship standings, I think this will elevate you to P2 1 in the championship based on your results tonight. So congratulations on that provisionally, and see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, well, I'll get down into those points over the weekend and get those up for you punters. And yeah, I know it's only a small field, but nonetheless, we're still having a lot of fun.
Awesome stuff, man.
Cheers,
Congrats.
guys.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Yeah, keep smiling.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, guys.
See you next week.
Cheers.
Right.
Awesome stuff from Gleno tonight.
Yeah, and Gleno certainly put the pressure on Dave Zero all race, didn't he, Dave-O? But there was only one champ. He made redemptions for race 2. He
did.
He put the pressure on Glenn the whole way through. Welcome to the comms box, Dave Zero. This is our race winner. Congratulations. Talk to us about your night and your race win.
Thank you, guys. I was really, I was a bit sad that we lost the qualifying because I don't know what happened, but the server kicked me out and I was out, so we had to redo it. And I did a better lap, so I was happy about that. But probably that didn't. I mean, I'm sorry for the guys that lost their lap. But then we had such a race. I mean, the first lap was really good. Then in the second lap, I was ahead and I did a little mistake, but I managed to keep the car on track, which was really good. So then I could follow, but it was just crazy. I mean, we were lapping 17-0, 17-0, 17-1, 17-0.
Yes, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, the tire wear, you should see the tire wear on our HUD, you know. I was like, once he made a mistake and I passed by, I had minus 20% on the front left. So I was like, oh my God, like the last race that happened when 6 minutes were left to the race.
Yeah.
And like, oh, holy shit. And now how am I going to do it?
Yeah, that's right. It's a long time.
Yeah, and then I saw that it was like 6 seconds behind and there was some fighting. So I said, okay, now let's lap on 18s and high 17s and just preserve the tires to not do like the race before. The race before, I was lucky that people ran out of fuel, because in the last lap, my tires were so used that I actually spun by myself.
Yeah.
So I was really worried that will happen again.
Yeah, we did actually notice, didn't we, John, that you guys did back off in the end of that race, and the times came way down. So we thought, after doing the driver interviews in race 1, and the boys were talking about the tyre degradation, it was clear to see you guys were definitely taking care of your tyre in race 2. So
yeah, I think it's on the limit. I mean, if we have a 35-minute race, we'll have to change tires.
Yeah.
Or drive slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I'm happy. I actually listened to my brother's advice. He told me just stay behind, and if he makes some mistakes, go for it. Otherwise, just stay behind and get second. Every time you screw yourself up. So I said, okay, maybe this time around I listen to my brother.
Bloody good advice.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and look, we know Glenn's a great peddler, and you keep the pressure on, and ultimately sometimes when you are sitting behind, you do are able to preserve a little bit of that tyre too, and capitalize on that mistake, which is exactly what you did. And then
we were using I just went for all the wrong lines all the time I was behind him, and I was just drifting because I thought, any mistake, I don't want to really be on right behind him.
Yeah.
So I saw that I was using, we were talking now after the race, I was using like 4 points down on the brake bias. So I was way stronger on the brakes.
Yeah.
But then, of course, I had a compromised exit and I had to drift a bit more during the turn. So I think that helped to evade that spin, because it was really close.
Yeah, we saw it all, didn't we, Dave-O? And
we
it was
did.
a great show that you put on, Dave-O. Dave
Zero. But like, hey, Dave, we've been watching you for the last few seasons, and you've sort of been up and down with like the GT3s, and I think you raced the GT4s and stuff, and then you've jumped in these things and just taken off, mate? Is this your car? Is this what you like? Is this?
Well, I actually like oversteery car, and this car is not oversteery; it's really a lot understeery.
Oh, okay.
But if you crank up the differential, you can actually make it snap on throttle.
Yep.
So at half turn, I could actually use the throttle to rotate the car.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm having so much fun. I started in November last year sim racing ever. I mean, I never drove anything except
Wow.
a go-kart once, and I was like, okay, this is so much fun, but I have to study. So the process of learning. I mean, is just even better than the racing, and then the racing is so much fun.
Wow.
Wow! Well, if you're battling with the caliber of men that you're racing at the moment and getting race wins, then you're certainly on the right path, Dave.
I was probably few hundreds behind him, few hundreds behind the best. But then if you translate that on a GT3 car that goes twice the speed and twice the acceleration, it becomes seconds in a lap.
Yeah.
So I think they still have a lot of margin on GT3s. It's just those things are
and then you get
much easier.
25 cars on track, and then it's like just you get down the field a little bit. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And tonight I'd like to think that we've actually turned a page too, because I mean, look, hey,
man.
every time we seem to flick to your car.
Yeah, well, you actually put me on the qualifying, and I spun.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is not going to work.
So yeah, every time we flick to your car, we seem to have an accident or a crash or something. And this time you've brought it home for the win. So congratulations, Dave Zero. A well-earned win here at ASR.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
And you did it with heaps of airtime too. Your camera was on you a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm going to go and watch the replay for sure.
It's definitely worthy. And yes, awesome.
Enjoy the stream. Congratulations. That's moved you up in the championship. So we'll see you next week. And we'll be watching.
Thank you, guys. See you next week.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.
Oh, there you go, Davo. Whew.
Wow. What a race, mate. Such a short field tonight. And
small field, but plenty of action, isn't it?
It just, these guys never failed to deliver. My God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You'd have bloody 5 cars on track, and these guys would still make a night out of it. So, yeah, awesome stuff, viewers. JB, mate, well, I don't know what
Thanks
to say.
for having me.
Mate, you are more than welcome. You're back next week?
Absolutely. This is what we do.
Of course you are. Yeah, so awesome. Look, and many thanks to all of the viewers that have joined us again tonight.
Click the button.
Yeah, click the buttons. Whether you're watching live, watch us on YouTube, click whichever button you like.
Sign up and join. Yes.
Let's, come racing.
Yes, round 3 at ASRNZ, AMS2. The championship does not stop. We've got, 8 weeks here, Davo? So,
so
plenty of time to get in amongst it.
That's another bloody 6 weeks to go. So, yes, thanks again. Look, and, look, I'm Davo. This is JB.
I'm JB.
Yeah, we're over and out. Don't forget to join us next week. Good night, everyone.